Hi everybody and welcome to Beatle Dave's Beatles channel. It's a Wonderwall special. Hi everybody and welcome to this Wonderwall special. Just before I begin, I would just like to say a huge thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far and also for all the comments. It's very nice to be in touch with you all around the world. So this is the section where I call your name or just mention your YouTube channel or just basically say hi. So firstly, I'm going to mention Gary Norris, who has his own Wonderwall Facebook page. Hi Gary. You're doing a great job, so get over there if you like Wonderwall. Just like to mention Michael Rice, who's not from Australia, as I previously thought. He's actually from East Tennessee. Hi, Michael. Peter Xereb, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's down under. Hopefully that's how I pronounce it correctly. Lima, Joe Morgan, Beatley Tone, Sailor Sam, Gary's Vinyl Dungeon, Giggle Pencil, A Moore, and Joe P. Big hi from Beatle Dave. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be looking at many Wonderwall items that I have in my collection. So I hope you enjoy what I'm about to show you. Let's go. So this is the first Apple Records LP release. This was released on the 1st of the 11th, 68. This is the mono version. There's the back. There's a little mono bottom right there. And also on the spine of AppCore 1. So here we have the original insert that would have come with the first issue. Has all the information about the album on there, track listing, some of the players involved, and a little bit on the film and the music on the left hand side. On the reverse we have the lovely Granny Smith. Apple Records, 3 Savile Row, London West 1. Here's the original Apple die-cut inner sleeve. These were very harsh to the vinyl, so if you have your vinyls inside them still, I would remove them and put them in something a little bit more vinyl friendly. So here is the mono vinyl. If you'll notice right at the bottom it says published by Apple Publishing Limited. This was the first pressing and only pressing with the mono version. Stereo pressings, early ones, had Apple Publishing as well. Just turn it over, this is a slice side. Apple Publishing again at the bottom. So just a little bit of information as regards to the sleeve. Bob Gill, who designed the sleeve, didn't want the brick removed. But George Harrison obviously did, and as it was his baby, I'm guessing he obviously got his way. But it's quite right in a way, because it actually is a parallel with how the film is, with Jack McGowran and looking through the Wonderwall. So it gives the man a chance to look through the other side. Makes sense to me. The rear of the sleeve is actually also a picture or a section of the Berlin Wall. The mono mix of this LP is actually a dedicated mono mix, so you have a few differences on several tracks, most notably Red Lady 2 and Skiing and a couple of others. But generally I do actually prefer the mono mix, but it's still nice to have the separation on the stereo mix. So Wonderwall sold about 5,000 copies in the UK when it was originally released. Generally stereos sold around 15 copies to about 1 mono at the time. So obviously there isn't that many mono copies around of this LP, which is why it's worth at least £300 to £400 when you find a mint example. Let's move on to the stereo edition. So this is the original stereo version. This is the first pressing. There's the back, the Berlin Wall again, and the stereo bottom right. And you have subcore one. So once again, we have the same insert as in the mono version. Has the stereo and the mono catalogue numbers at the top right, and all the other information, which is exactly the same. And obviously the stereo version was released on the same day, on the 1st of November 1968. The Granny Smith. And the Apple die cut sleeve once again. Then we have the stereo vinyl, which has at the bottom Apple Publishing Limited. There we are. And that's the slice, which has the same also. So the director of the film, Joe Massot, originally asked the Bee Gees if they were interested in doing the soundtrack to the film, but they were too busy apparently. And he asked George in October 1967, who actually said yes, and I'm sure we're all glad that he did. And recording sessions started in and around November 1967 at Abbey Road and continued to January 1968. So George left for Bombay in early January 1968 and continued recording there for 4 days from the 9th to the 13th of January on 2-track. So the final overdubs were recorded on the 11th of February 1968. And obviously during the project, George had Ringo Starr, the Remo 4 and Eric Clapton helping him during all these sessions. This really is a fascinating LP, and the first one obviously from Apple Records. Even though some of the musicians improvised some of the music, it still is a fascinating listen and really is a beautiful East meets West type of album. Okay, so this is another stereo copy. This is a second pressing one. There's the back. Stereo once again. And the spine. Subcore one. Once again, have the Apple insert. And then the black inner, die cut inner. Okay, so this time, this is a second pressing. And at the bottom, we have Northern Songs Publishing. There's the slice apple. And the same on that side, Northern Songs Limited. Denoting this as the second pressing after the first original one with Apple Publishing. So here is my third and final stereo pressing. This one's a bit later. This is probably late 60s, early 70s. It's definitely post-July 1969 because it doesn't have the sold in UK details on the label, which I shall show in a moment. So there's the spine. Some later copies had the Apple insert, some didn't. They obviously had to use them up. This one has an Apple Records inner sleeve as well. And we have a late 60s, early 70s issue. Northern Songs Publishing again. No sold in UK across the top. And the same again on the sliced apple side. So this particular issue was released on the 30th of June 1992 as part of the Apple reissue campaign. This is an original British copy. It's still relatively sealed, although some of the shrink wrap is coming off. So, and it's a gatefold as well. There's a Made in England sticker on that. Stereo once again. Wonderwall music by George Harrison. Subcore 1. So this is my second pressing of the 1992 released. This one's a bit unusual, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Let's just show you everything else on the album sleeve first. Fortunately, it's got a bit of a sticker mark on there. Anyway, so there's the front cover. And there's the gatefold inner, which is nice to see. A bit more information. Some stills from the film. And the back of the sleeve, as usual, the Berlin Wall. There's the inner sleeve. Same information as what would have been on the original Apple insert. No Savile Row on there this time, just the apple. And what's interesting about this reissue is that side 1 plays Earth Song by Mary Hopkins, side 1 of her album, instead of Wonderwall. So this is a mispressed version of the album. And they're out there, they're still out there. That's the sliced side. Lovely apple labels on these early 90s reissues, really nice detail. So here's a French Wonderwall music LP here. Lovely bright image on the front there. And a lovely bright image on the back too. 1968. And we have the spine. Just George Harrison. The regular French inner sleeve, which came with it. So here's the vinyl. Lovely dark apple. Nice French label there. And here's the slice side. Interesting bit of information there. Wonderwall to be there instead of here. They don't know if they're here or there. Still interesting. I think I've seen most French pressings have that on it. Have there instead of here. So my final Wonderwall copy today is a USA version. This one still has some shrink on it. Let's flip that over. Same as the UK. Some American issues had this on the opposite way up or had this on the front. So here's the insert. Quite a shiny one. Quite a glossy finish, this one. A lovely insert, this one. And not so shiny on the apple side. So there's the original inner sleeve, which came with that one. ST3350 is the catalogue number, and the release date is the 2nd of November 1968, which is one day after the UK edition. And there's the sliced apple side. So in the US, this album got to number 49 in Billboard charts, which is pretty good going, I think, for this album. Certainly obviously sold a lot more than it did in the UK. So here we have the original USA 8-track cassette tape, released by Capitol. And there's the sides. And there we are. There's the back. And it's still sealed. Here's the UK issue CD, which came out on the 30th of June 1992. This is the original UK press. Nice apple labels again on these reissues. Okay, so here's the booklet. Just like the insert of the Apple original LP. Some stills from the film. There's some text with regards to the film and the album recording. That's the premiere in Cannes, 17th of May 1968, along with Ringo and Jane Birkin. And there's some of the Indian musicians with George. Real fabulous sounding disc, these reissues. Really nice sound. Here's the Japan mini CD version. It's a laminated cover. Lovely little laminated cover there, shiny. And there's the back. So here's the booklet in Japanese. And some English too. Inside. There's all the Apple CDs. Here's the mini insert with it. And last but not least, the CD. Once again, a really fabulous sounding disc. All the Japan mini CD versions are all great sounding, and this one's no exception. Here's something that you don't see every day. Here's the Wonderwall Collector's box set, which was released in 1998. It was released at the same time as the Wonderwall Director's Cut DVD, which is included in this set, as well as other items. It has the 7-inch single of In the First Place and the CD single of In the First Place also. Complete with the repro of the original film poster. Has Wonderwall the book and Wonderwall the screenplay booklet as well, and some stickers by the Fall. The design is based on the wardrobe in Penny Lane's flat in the film Wonderwall. Let me just show you the reverse. And I'll show you the top. Got the eye, all folds out. Obviously this set is still sealed. I have had an open set before, so I've seen all the contents. I might just open this set one day. So here's the original Wonderwall Blu-ray. This includes Joe Massot's director's cut, as well as the original full-length film in superb picture and sound quality. And there's all the extras that you get with the film. Nice psychedelic disc there, and a booklet. The original film poster. Jack McGarrahan. Bits of the film. Jane Birkin. What a fantastic film. So here's something else that you don't generally see every day. There's 2 unused labels for the 1992 LP. Very rare to see, but nice to have. So here we have the original quad poster for UK cinemas to advertise the film. The UK premiere was the 12th of January 1969, and very unusual that this is a double-sided poster. And every time you unfold it, there's more information. So this is basically the front, and that is the back. But as you unfold it, more information becomes apparent. So there's the inside, and on this side is all the advertising leaflets and paraphernalia that you could have got at the time. And here is the original poster. I'll have to zoom out for this. So poor Oscar only wanted to watch her through the Wonderwall. And there's the distributor's bottom right. Fantastic poster. Very rare to see these days. So finally I have a set of front of house stills, which would have been advertising the film around the cinema in the lobby. They also call them lobby cards, and they're all rather colourful, showing all the different scenes in Wonderwall. These are all original, no repros, and they're all in fantastic condition. And that's the complete set of 8 cards. And the final one. So I hope you've enjoyed the Wonderwall special today. Hopefully you've seen 1 or 2 things that you may have never seen before, and you've enjoyed what I've done. Don't forget to like, subscribe and push that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. So videos you can expect in the upcoming weeks will be a special on the Beatles singles collection box sets, a Zapple special, a 2 Virgins special, a Beatles a reel-to-reel special, and obviously next week will be the Beatles Liverpool Convention special. This is Beatle Dave signing off.
channel.